I never thought a piece of fabric could cause a war, but the day my neighbor demanded I strip off the camouflage jacket I wore in combat in front of my little girl, something inside me snapped. By the time it was over, the self-proclaimed queen of our neighborhood was left trembling, her clipboard slipping right out of her hands. Act 1. The Spark. When my family moved to Greensboro, North Carolina, I thought we'd found peace. A quiet cul-de-sac, good schools, the kind of place where you wave at neighbors while mowing the lawn. After years in the Army, I wanted nothing more than that simple life for my wife Renee and our 7-year-old daughter Naya. What I didn't know was that this neighborhood came with a gatekeeper, Paula Greaves. She wasn't just any neighbor. She was the vice president of the HOA, which in her mind basically made her sheriff, judge, and executioner of this street. Clipboard always tucked under her arm, she patrolled like she was on duty. One Saturday afternoon, I was outside in jean sneakers and my old camouflage jacket. It wasn't just clothing. That jacket had been with me through deployments, through nights when survival wasn't guaranteed. To me, it was memory identity. Hell, it was the reason I even made it home to buy this house. Then I heard it. "Take that jacket off right now. It doesn't belong here." I froze. Not from fear, from disbelief. Did she really just order me to undress in my own driveway? "You heard me," she snapped, marching closer. "That military gear makes the neighborhood look unsafe. We don't dress like that here. We have standards." Neighbors watering lawns stopped mid-spray. Kids dropped their scooters. Even the mailman lingered a second too long. I kept my voice calm. "Ma'am, it's just a jacket. I served in the Army. It's part of me. Nothing unsafe about it." But Paula's lip curled. "Service or not, it's not appropriate. Take it off." The sting wasn't in her words, but in the silence around me. People just watched. Not one person said a damn thing. Finally, old Harvey Simmons shuffled closer, holding his watering can. "Come on, Paula, it's just a jacket. Let the man be." She shot him a glare sharp enough to cut steel. Harvey shut up. And me? I stood there, shoulders squared, forcing myself not to raise my voice. With all due respect, I've worn this jacket in places you couldn't imagine where men gave their lives, so people back here could argue about lawns in peace. If you think I'm taking it off because it offends you, you're mistaken. For the first time, her face faltered, but then her pen scratched across the clipboard. "We'll see what the HOA board has to say." I turned back to my driveway. My daughter was watching from the porch, wide-eyed. I smiled at her, but inside, something cracked. Act 2. The Escalation. Paula wasn't bluffing. By Monday morning, every mailbox on the street had a copy of her 3-page complaint. She called me an intimidating presence, said my jacket made families feel unsafe. Unsafe. The same jacket I wore while keeping people safe in places she couldn't point out on a map. Neighbors started acting different. Some avoided eye contact. Others gave me pitying smiles like I was a problem they hoped would just move away. And I'll admit it, the silence got to me. At the next HOA meeting, Paula stood at the front, smug, rattling on about standards. I stood to defend myself, said plain as day. "There's no rule against this jacket. You might not like how it looks, but that doesn't make it wrong." Nobody spoke up, not one. Walking back to my seat, I felt like a fool, like maybe I'd made a mistake moving here. That night I sat at my kitchen table, staring at the jacket folded over the chair, and I thought maybe Paula's right. Maybe it's not worth it. Maybe I should just give in, shut up, blend in. I was this close to convincing myself when the video hit the internet. Some teenager had recorded part of the meeting, posted it online. It spread and somehow landed in a veteran group chat. The next morning my phone buzzed. "Dre, you didn't tell me you had a war brewing in your cul-de-sac." It was Caleb Drummond, Special Forces, one of my closest brothers in arms. Before I could argue, he cut me off. "I'm coming down this weekend. Jonas and Marcusine too. Don't argue. You stood by us overseas, now it's our turn." That Friday, a truck pulled into my driveway. Out stepped Caleb, broad-shouldered as ever. Jonas, tall and silent like a damn tower. And Marcusine, tough as nails, eyes sharp enough to freeze anyone mid-sentence. When they walked into my kitchen, it felt like I could breathe again. Caleb clapped me on the back. "You carried me through worse than this. We're not letting you stand alone." That evening we strolled around the cul-de-sac together, not in uniform, just neighbors. But our presence, it spoke louder than words. Paula was standing on her lawn, clipboard clutched like a shield. Her eyes darted from face to face as recognition set in. This wasn't just me anymore. Marcassine told her calmly. Respect goes both ways. You may not like Andre's jacket, but it tells a story of sacrifice you'll never know. You benefit from that every single day you wake up safe here. For once, Paula had no snappy comeback. She muttered something and scurried inside. And neighbors. They noticed. Harvey chuckled from his porch loud enough for everyone to hear. About time someone told her. For the first time since moving in, I wasn't carrying this weight alone. Act 3. The Showdown. The real showdown came at the next HOA meeting. The clubhouse was packed, folding chairs lined up, everyone buzzing. Paula strutted in with her usual stack of papers, eyes scanning the room like she owned it. Then I walked in, jacket on my shoulders, my wife and daughter at my side. And right behind us, Caleb, Jonas, and Marcassine. The room went dead silent. Paula tried to start with routine business, but her impatience cracked. She cleared her throat. Now on to a matter that concerns the safety and appearance of our neighborhood. Mr. Kalen's choice of military attire. I raised my hand. I'd like to respond. I stood. My voice was steady. This jacket isn't a threat. It's a memory. It's sacrifice. If that makes someone uncomfortable, I can't help that. But I won't erase who I am just to fit your picture of this neighborhood. The silence that followed, it was thick. Then Harvey's voice rang out. He's right. We've let one person's rules run this place too long. It's a jacket, Paula. A man's right to wear what he wants should damn well mean something, especially when he's earned it. Paula tried to fight back. We have guidelines. Janet Reyes, 2 doors down, cut her off. Guidelines don't cover jackets. You're twisting rules to suit your opinion. Enough is enough. And then the tide turned. Voices rose, timid at first, then bolder. Neighbors who'd stayed silent for years finally spoke, calling her out for fines, nitpicking, intimidation. Paula's face flushed deep red. She clutched her clipboard, but her grip trembled. For the first time, her authority cracked. I didn't gloat. I didn't have to. The room itself turned on her. And then came the moment I'll never forget. Paula's hand slipped. The clipboard, her symbol of control, her weapon, hit the floor with a sharp smack. Nobody moved to help her pick it up. She looked around the room, eyes darting for allies, but all she found were stares. Cold, tired stares. And in that silence, she realized she'd lost. Closing line. The lesson. Never let anyone strip away who you are just to make themselves feel comfortable.